March 2020 will surely go down in the history books. COVID-19 has forced the closures of many countries' borders and put a virtual halt to international travel. Stores, pubs, gyms, and public libraries have been closed or operate with reduced hours for at least 3 weeks. Almost all professional sports leagues have suspended their seasons. The St. Patrick's Day parade in every city on the map was cancelled, as has been just about every conference, exposition, and live event. Museums, casinos, art galleries, tourist attractions, they're all closed. Public schools, colleges, and universities have also closed the classrooms and lecture halls until sometime in April. And most businesses have emptied out, directing their staff to work from home. This is all in addition to the hysteria and greed that emptied out many aisles in grocery stores in the past few days. The streets are quiet, and many places of employment, business, and commerce are temporarily shuttered. COVID-19 has shut down the month of March, and possibly a chunk of April. So what are people to do? Work from home, yes, for those who can. Healthcare workers are still out there on the front line, and in many ways, even more vulnerable are the remaining retail employees. This group receives special mention in this podcast. Social distancing is the term that has consumed public discourse in the past several days. Officials and authorities are advising the public to stay away from crowds and maintain distances of a couple of meters. Don't shake hands, don't hug. If you present symptoms of COVID-19, quarantine. If you fear a level of contagion, self-isolate. And for everyone else, socially distance yourselves. I did a bit of digging from websites like the CDC's and the Public Health Agency of Canada, and a few other sites ranging from The Atlantic, The Economist, and Popular Mechanics reveal quite a wealth of information too. So now we know that the incubation period for COVID-19 is just over 5 days, meaning an infected person is taking 5 days to show symptoms. As a way of flattening the spike of those infected, it's recommended that social distancing be practiced, meaning putting enough space between yourself and other people that their airborne droplets from coughs and sneezes can't reach you. There's actually a scientific formula for all of this. Scientists love their math. And it goes like this. R equals C times P times D. So in the formula, C is the average number of people an infectious person comes into contact with each day. P is the probability the infectious person will transmit the virus to any particular person. D is the duration of infection. Multiply C by P and D, and you get the reproductive rate of the virus. Number-crunching scientists around the world are playing with this formula to make decisions on everything from how long to close public schools to how tightly closed our borders will be. This formula was one of the guides used in instructing the Prime Minister to announce refusal of entry into Canada by most non-citizens. Permanent residents and our American friends are part of the OK list. It's also helped inform that we should all practice social distancing. Unfortunately, it's really not explaining why some people are hoarding the stock of toilet paper. Although, as a brief aside, a few grocery store staff, those real heroes in today's mayhem of coronavirus pandemia, explained to me that most of the customers frantically scooping up aisles and aisles of stock are customers they've never seen before. But that's a focus for another program. So I can't help but hope that there must be some good that comes from all of this. I don't know what that might be. Again, some online research revealed the presence of historical precedent. As I discussed on March 4 in Episode 7, COVID-19 is far from being the worst or the first virus we've experienced. There are instances of pandemics and plagues throughout history that caused quarantines, isolation, and social distancing going way back. For example, the late 1500s. It was at that time when the bubonic plague was raging, and, socially distanced and isolated, William Shakespeare created some of his best works, including King Lear and Macbeth, while most of the establishments and theaters in England were shuttered. Now that's an example of something good emerging from the bad. Turning to another example, a little later, during the Great Plague of London, Isaac Newton left Cambridge University and returned to his family home, where in isolation and practicing social distancing, he worked out some of the earlier theories of optics, calculus, and the nature of motion and gravity. There are many other examples if you dig a bit. Of course, things are a little different today in comparison with the eras of Shakespeare or Newton. Today, we're told to practice social distancing, work from home, and be productive. That's a tall order when we have options at our fingertips that include The Price is Right and Family Feud. So come to think of it, would Shakespeare really have written Macbeth if he had the option of watching Steve Harvey? Maybe our best hope is that we all come out of this healthy. Visit stephenchristiansen.ca for more podcasts. This program is available on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. I'm Stephen Christiansen. Thanks for listening.